National Hurricane Center reports that Milton triggered more than 24 tornadoes and claimed the lives of multiple people across the Florida peninsula.
Now some Floridians are returning home to assess the damage and connect with their families.
New Channel 9's Ja'Kai Spikes is live near Interstate 75, where families are making a pit stop on their way back to the Sunshine State. Ja'Kai.
The interstate behind me is definitely busy with rush hour traffic, although it's also busy because Florida residents are heading back home to survey the damage. We got a chance to speak to some of them.
Stressful knowing that, our home is could possibly be just completely gone with all of our stuff in it.
Sean Bryant, a software developer from Clearwater Beach, Florida, made a pit stop in Chattanooga before they head back to this. They did manage to grab a few essentials before heading out of the door.
The first things were our 3 dogs and our gecko.
They aren't planning to head back just yet.
We don't want to head back and have no power, no way of, especially with that Florida heat, we don't want to get back to that without power.
Amy Pritchett stopped at the Georgia Rest Center. She lives in Palm Coast, Florida, and says her home managed to weather the storm.
Just a lot of trees down, bad debris everywhere, power outages, bad.
But she knows she was lucky.
My father, though, he's in Daytona Beach, Florida. Flooding very bad down there, can't get out.
Amy and her family are planning to drive back to their home in Palm Coast this Sunday. They'll return to massive power outages and damage assessments underway. Just like David Ball and his wife, who live in Ocala.
Some of my stuff was broken and thrown around, and I'm anxious to see my property when I get there.
More than 2 million residents are still without power, although linemen say that they're restoring hundreds of thousands of homes and businesses across the state.
All right, Ja'Kai, thank you. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis says Tampa experienced a reverse storm surge where Hurricane Milton pushed water away from the coast instead of overwhelming the city. But Florida's Division of Emergency Management says to keep away from the water because it will return through storm surges and pose, quote, a life-threatening risk.